Hey, I'm Mixi from Stitched Up Heart, and you're watching the Grizzly ENT YouTube channel.
Of course, everyone has a beginning to what pretty much gave them a love of metal music. Who were the bands who kind of inspired you to become a rock star?
Man, I think it all started with my neighbor. My neighbor's dad had a whole collection of all these CDs from Metallica to Pantera to Nine Inch Nails to Marilyn Manson, Megadeth. And I used to go and like sneak his CDs and like take them home for a little bit and like listen to it and then give
Yeah.
it, hoping he wouldn't notice.
So you were essentially stealing from them.
Yeah, I was already illegally downloading music before it was even able to be illegally downloaded.
Are there any bands in the future that you would really love to tour with?
Seven Dust, Papa Roach, Bad Wolves, Diamante. We've toured with Hailstorm. Would love to do that again. We toured with In This Moment. Would love to do that again. Pretty much all the bands I just listed off that I've listened to their albums since I was little. So many bands I'd love to tour with.
You released your latest album back in March, and with the 11 tracks on there, what was your favorite song on that album?
Ooh, today, what's my favorite song? Because it changes by the day. I'm gonna go with "Dirty Secrets" right now, just because it's not. It's kind of one of the newest releases for us, and I don't know. I think it's pretty vibey.
Is there a song that you felt maybe uncomfortable or maybe even emotional while, writing the lyrics or even conducting the music for it?
Yeah, pretty much any song that I have to sing about like ex relationships or anything like that. I try to avoid it at all costs, but I feel like you have to throw it in there every once in a while because it's kind of part of my story. So I would say I'm Straight Jacket's fun to perform live. So even though it's kind of about love, it's still like a crazy love. I still actually enjoy performing it, but I don't do Bleeding Out. I won't do Dead Roses. Pretty much anything that has an ex relationship in it. I don't know. I just don't like singing about it. I feel like there's more important things than relationships, but in a sense, it's made me and molded me to who I am today. So I guess I have to, it's part of the story.
You guys have announced several festivals that you will be attending and taking a part of, and especially a tour opening for Sebastian Bach. Would you say it's intimidating being with such a legend of rock?
Man, I haven't met him yet, but I've heard awesome things. And yeah, it's pretty insane that we get to do that. Like to even, I don't know, just to share the stage with somebody that's just kind of paved the way in rock. It's pretty cool. I guess I'm getting used to being able to perform with some of my like influences that I'm not as intimidated. I just really want to do a good job. And I think the biggest thing, I'm more hard on myself than I'm worried about them not liking me.
Hmm.
I more just want to do the best that I can. And that's really all you can do.
Stitch Up Heart has a lot of mixes of gothic metal, alternative, and hard rock with a lot of variety in your music. And I'm wondering if there are any music artists not in the rock or metal genre that you really enjoy listening to.
Oh yeah, I love Billie Eilish. She's kind of my flavor. I kind of turn her on every once in a while and just for easy listening kind of stuff. But ultimately, Bishop Briggs is pretty cool. I like female vocals a lot, so anything that kind of has like a vibey, chill female vocal, I'm pretty down with. So yeah, I mean, I just like it because it's easy to listen to. You can make cupcakes to it and like not be blasting your ears off.
Considering you guys have been around for a while, what is the craziest thing that has ever happened during a show?
I'll go with this story. When we did Rock on the Range a couple of years ago, that summer I was obsessed with crowd surfing on inflatable floats, and at the time I had a
Oh, doing the Limp Biscuit thing? Yeah.
yeah, I was crowd surfing on an inflatable Pegasus pool float, and at Rock on the Range, big screen TVs on me. I'm up on the float. I'm in the air, in the people's hands, and it pops, and I like fell into the crowd, and like I didn't get hurt or anything, but it was super embarrassing. like Monster Energy was watching, and they're our sponsors. So I was like, oh God. And Sully from Godsmack was on the stage videoing
Oh
it,
my.
making fun of me. So it was a lot of fun. But yeah, that was actually the last time I crowd surfed on one of those, and I'm planning on doing it again. I guess I'm a little gun shy now since it popped, and it was like, it wasn't just a pop, deflate slowly. It popped and then just went, and then I just fell into people's hands. So yeah, it was an interesting show.
System Apart kind of started in this weird era where auto tune and metal was like started in bands like Attack Attack, Design the Skyline, Aston Alexandria for a while. When you guys first started, did you kind of like draw inspiration from, kind of from that?
I think that we end up always kind of falling into like the Bring Me the Horizon kind of stuff, as a female singer instead. But like autotune, you mean like the autotune subject?
Just kind of like the whole scene style, because back then you didn't look like this. You had the whole blue hair going on with your singles and stuff like that. And I was like wondering, I was like, this seems like the scene kid fashion from
Oh yeah.
the
I
2010 2009 MySpace era.
Yeah, I was definitely a scene queen. That was just because that's the people I hung out with in Hollywood, and everybody looked like that, and that was normal. And now I like look back at it and I'm like, what was happening with my hair? There was like, I had half blonde, half black. I had like freaking raccoon stripes. I don't know what was happening. It was blue for a little. It does change color still a lot. It was actually purple last week and blue before, but I bleached it all out and took all the color out for the most part. But I don't know, I get really bored. But yeah, that was my scene queen days for sure.